Good day, Rangers. This is Anthony.MarshJr, aka PRLostGalaxy2014, on the channel and with a brand new video podcast here on TerraVenture in the conference hall, bringing you podcast episode 74 here on TerraVenture, presented by myself, Devoted Fan Page on Facebook. If you have not if you have not been to my fan page or any other sorts of pages that I've made on Facebook regarding this and myself, check them out now. Links for each of the pages and locations are on the bottom below and even in the comment section of the video. I feel pretty repelled here. I just don't know where to start with this because, when it's even by the time I even start, recording something with my camera, I feel like I don't even want to do a video because I feel like I don't have it in me anymore when I do videos. But I have no choice but to continue until I'll probably become very restful and very exhausted, like I always do, in a state. And I know ever since I said that 5-6 month hiatus crap 2 months ago, I don't think I would stretch out my hiatus off YouTube that long, because then how is anyone going to watch any of my future videos? And even though my concerns with the copyright stuff, which I don't have in my full control, because whatever videos, even if it has photo stilts of, images that Saban makes for Power Rangers that Saban doesn't want me using, will be flagged as copyright. I understand that. That's why I've always had that fear of it. So that's why I feel like I don't even want to upload that stuff. Now, on Facebook, I have recently joined a couple of Power Rangers and Sentai related groups. In one group, which is the Power Chamber, which is the Power Rangers Ultimate Alliance group on Facebook, I had to pick a Ranger ID, since a lot of people who have joined the group longer before I have already picked all the good, Power Ranger, teams and colors of the respective season as their ID. And guess what? I had no choice but to pick the Yellow Galaxy Ranger, because it just makes me want to remind myself about why did I, in some relation and unrelation to that fashion, that I'm going to discuss the AJ Weems character from my fanfiction series of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Because the AJ Weems character has been around in my fanfiction series from 2010 to 2012. Because now, if you want to see the Morphin Grid case study of AJ, the links for the video was a 4-parter, by the way, is on the links for them are on the info box as well, and also in the comments section of this video. If you can't find it, then I'll have to post it on the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy Fan Films Facebook page, and as well as my Facebook account and Facebook fan page as well, if you can't find them. Now, AJ Weems was a character. Now, I stated that it was a character that I played back when I did Power Rangers, The Rise of Who, as a fan film, and that's what made me so repelled about why did I even want to be a yellow Power Ranger, and why did I even choose to be the Yellow Ranger in the past. Well, I remember when I was casting myself as the Yellow Ranger in that film, I knew something wasn't right. Because I know that when I said that I wanted to make my Green and Galaxy, my Green and Yellow Galaxy Power Rangers be African American males, nobody wanted to see AJ and the other Green Ranger to be both African American at the time. And people made some insulting jokes about it when I used to post stuff like this on the Power Ranger Super Sentai wiki back in 2011, when I was still trying to promote the rise of Trakina back then. And even by the time when even following the reverted changes of having only Sentai and Power Rangers, canon related articles only on that wiki, and deleting a lot of fan work for it, a lot of people didn't like the fact that I had to cast myself as the Yellow Ranger due to the fact that I'm African American, actually not really considered African American in any extent, but when I played the character, I knew something wasn't right. And of course, I did make a paper doll of myself wearing a yellow shirt with a gray long sleeve shirt and some black pants. And this is the attire that AJ was wearing in the film. And of course, my face was in black and white because at the time when these puppets were made for that fan film, you know, the printers in my school, my former school again, Gaithersburg High School, as well as the middle school, had printers that were black and white. Because I've always also wanted to state, why do the school have printers that only require black and white ink? It seems like, well, of course, color ink is very expensive for the school's budget and taste of it. But that's why I've always been, even I've been, criticized and I've been picked on for printing out a lot of stuff. And whenever some of my teachers back then, and even my counselors would get on me about me printing stuff out. When they see, they'll see photographs of celebrities that I've always wanted to be in these films, and then even including myself, they would get on me for that. But creating AJ was a big downstepper of what I was doing at the time when these Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan films were being developed. And stopping his character for the reboot series was something that I needed to do at the right step of direction, because I was in the stage up to a point where I was getting tired of doing the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film I've been trying to make for almost within that 2.5 year duration. When I was trying to get myself out there to show everyone that I can make a Power Rangers movie of my own. Or because actually some people didn't want to believe it, because during the days of Power Rangers Samurai and Super Samurai and in Sentai with Go Kiger and Go Busters, nobody knew where I was coming from, because they felt like my creativity in terms of Power Rangers fan fiction wasn't going nowhere on the internet. No, hell, not even here on YouTube, when people felt that I wasn't being creative enough, or I just didn't have that sense of spark of creativity to create such stuff. And that's when I came on and realized the more times I do it, people were going to ignore me anyway, because throughout my lifetime of my actually my last 10 years of living as a minor and a early adult, I've been treated like, I don't know, I've always been treated like I don't know where I belong to, or I just don't feel like I belong anywhere. Even hell, when I was in school and when I was trying to make friends, I felt like I didn't belong anywhere. Because people that I've been trying to be friends with or be in groups with, people didn't want to pick me because they felt like I didn't have the potential to be in anything. And that's how I feel like today when I want to, since I've been out of school for now going on 4 years, I have to find a way how to get myself out there so people will see me, and even I've never met these type of people, but even though these are people I meet on Facebook and YouTube and things, I want to see those people, and people will see me. But although when there is big events that other people are attending, and if I don't go, then there's going to be a problem with me, and they're going to feel alienated just because I didn't come to such events. Like, suppose if I went to a convention of something, or at a premiere of a big blockbuster movie that's coming out in the summer or so, or whatever it is that they want to invite me to go to. Knowing due to the fact that I've really been tight on my Social Security problem for the last 3 years, I can't do anything. And hell, even when I was trying to get into college, I couldn't do anything, because the way how times have rolled with me after I left high school, I've been stuck in the gutter. But back to AJ's character. You see, making AJ the Yellow Ranger was pretty much of a big mistake, because I think it has to do with me and wondering, due to the fact that a lot of the Yellow Rangers and Power Rangers up from Mighty Morphin to now Super Megaforce have been mainly 100% female anyway, and there's not have been much male Yellow Power Rangers out there. But in Super Sentai, there have been dozens of Yellow Rangers that were male. But And Sentai's following Maji Ranger, Bukinger up to now Tokyuger, a lot of the Yellow Rangers in today's Super Sentai over in Japan have been female. So there's not really much, you know, male Yellow Rangers to be made for future Sentais. Well, it's because, well, like pink, the color pink for Power Rangers and Sentai Rangers, yellow is more likely associated with females as well. But unless suppose if I had a female version of AJ, which I won't make myself look like a drag to play a tomboy-ish version of if AJ was a girl, as the Yellow Galaxy Ranger in my series, and she was African American, I know that wouldn't look right. Now, if I had an African American female as the Yellow Ranger named AJ, that would be okay with me or so. With an African American male as the Green Ranger or Blue Ranger. But having AJ in the team, along with another Green Ranger that I created for the fan series, which was, you know, Brown Jones, the Green Galaxy Ranger in my fanfiction series, and not Damon, you know, people are going to, you know, I knew I was going to get criticized for this. Even my dad criticized me for having two African American males in the same Power Ranger team with two Caucasian males and one, you know, Caucasian female in the team. And that's where the point of criticism took place, because I knew this was going to be very racist due to and even some people picked on me back on the Power Ranger Super Sentai Wiki when I was doing castings of who should I have to be the Power Rangers, and well, with myself automatically casted in the Yellow Ranger slot, that someone didn't see the fact that I didn't have an Asian or a Latino in the team in my fan-made Lost Galaxy team, because, well, I don't have nothing against Asian people. It's just I wanted to do something similar and different. Because, well, as much as we've already had with that, you know, controversy back in 1983 with the Black Ranger being black stuff, Yellow Ranger being Asian stuff, I get it. But suppose that this was more controversial, just having two African American males in the same team, and knowing that it wouldn't really make no sense. Now, I can see if I had, like, one Caucasian and four African American members to be Power Rangers. Whatever, if the Red Rangers should be black, like TJ, Jack, and Scott from Turbo, SB, and RPM respectively, or have and then have one of the Rangers to be Caucasian, like the Pink Ranger or the Blue Ranger. Then well, with that Caucasian person being in a group of four African American males and females, then it would, you know, two African American males and two African American females, then that would feel racist and feel a little bit degenerate to see that I would have like a group of black actors to be Power Rangers with one Caucasian, and I know that would sound really racist. No offense to anyone who is black, white, such, what race, ethnicity, and such when I'm doing this podcast, but I'm just making my critical point of why did I even make AJ African American? I should have never made AJ, and I should have never put myself in the Yellow Ranger slot. Well, I have to be for the Power Rangers Ultimate Alliance group on Facebook, since I wanted to be the Red Galaxy Ranger, but someone else got that slot. I wanted to be some of the other Red Rangers, because, you know, red is my favorite color, and I've always loved the Red Ranger, but other people already got those slots because they're more worthy to be Red Rangers, and they asked for that slot. So I have to pick one of the blandest of any Power Ranger team and group. Like, for example, taking Maya's slot as the Yellow Galaxy Ranger due to the fact that the Yellow Galaxy Ranger in CG Sentai Gigaman was originally male, flat-chested, and such. And I really had to take that role for no reason. I just had to do it because I wanted to see if I would, you know, show out my acting abilities and skills out into the world, but I just really didn't have the potential then. Or possibly I just really felt like I was not really worthy of being any character. I would just rather be one of the producers, writers, and directors. Someone would take this Ranger slot from me, and I would just, you know, be the person behind these movies. You know, this kind of reminds me a little bit much like last year when I was still on YouTube using this channel, and what's-his-name came on under the username of Mary Jane Worrell, and he saw my videos about my Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fanfiction series, and he even made comments about, and especially back on the Morphin Gray case study video I made about AJ, where I had the Trakina puppet next to him, and that's where, you know, Dwayne as Mary J. Boreal started making his own fanfiction, you know, videos of, you know, going with that, you know, as much as he uses AD, you know, talking about, because, you know, I throw in my fanfiction of Power Rangers everywhere, even though some people are going to reverse some effects of what I say and what I do with the series non-stop. And knowing that fanfiction is, you know, when you do something like this, is pure, you know, non-canon and non-existent. Even if you got characters replacing actual characters of the actual canon, you know, it doesn't get that much attention. And I understand it takes time for anyone to catch on to what I do and stuff like that. But AJ Weems' character, throughout when I was making Power Rangers LG The Rise of Trakina, well, by the way, since I'm doing a remake of The Rise of Trakina slated for at least 2017 or 2018, AJ will not be in the remake. I realized that my character was universally derided because the character, the character was overlooked. Actually, all 5 of the Ranger characters that I created for these fan films and for the fan fiction series of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy all together have been completely overlooked, but not in comparison with the actual Lost Galaxy Rangers that everybody knows and is fond of. But the Rangers that I created, especially AJ of all characters in my fan fiction series, have been completely overlooked. And then, though, I think what got them was seeing someone like me being, you know, the Yellow Ranger wearing a yellow shirt. You know, I think this is what made me not want to wear anything that's yellow colored, because yellow is primarily associated with females, so that's why I decided not to wear anything yellow colored or wear a yellow Power Ranger costume. As much as, you know, when I made a reference about Smosh's first Power Rangers video from a few years back, you know, Mighty Smosh and Power Rangers, which is still on YouTube after making a gazillion hits on YouTube since 2009, 2010 or whatever. When they had the actor who playing the mailman being the Pink Ranger of that. That's why I felt the same way when I created AJ Weems' character. If I had him as, you know, the first ever openly gay Power Ranger to be pink, you know, though African American, or have him openly gay wearing yellow. Now, there were rumors in my head that what if, you know, since I am not, you know, my former character was gay, but except he has issue problems. He has mental problems that he can't take control of. You know, that deal. So I feel like there's something in AJ's character that I need to do a small rebuttal of in another video or so. Because, you know, I felt like the reason why I had to drop him and remove him from the fan series is because I feel like, based on my real life experience right now and what I've been going through right now in reality, I feel like I don't even want to show my face wearing a color associated to females in a Power Ranger team, especially in real life. I mean, going around wearing a yellow sports jersey or yellow sweat jacket or yellow shorts or anything yellow colored in terms of clothing, because yellow is a girl's color for Power Rangers. Well, I had no choice, since I wanted to be the Red Ranger that I was chosen, that, you know, from a Power Ranger series I really liked for the group, but someone named Rawl, I gotta look up his name on the roster again, the group roster again, and I got the role. And then there were so many other slots on the Power Rangers Ultimate Alliance Power Chamber group on Facebook where a lot of people took all the good Rangers. So I had no choice but to be Lost Galaxy Yellow again. Well, I do feel kind of butthurt about this, but this is how I feel inside, because I had no choice. Now, if I told my dad to come by to the computer and I show him on Facebook, since he doesn't want me on Facebook anyway, and I showed him that I'm in a Power Rangers, you know, community group on Facebook, and on the Lost Galaxy group roster, I'm the Yellow Galaxy Ranger again, and then he's going to flip his ass off about why am I the Yellow Ranger, because knowing that yellow is mostly for girls, because you can tell from every single Yellow Ranger from Mighty Morphin, the Super Mega Force, and between it is Ninja Storm and Mystic Force, where the Yellow Rangers are, you know. So that's why I had to pick Galaxy Yellow, since all the other Power Rangers, especially the Galaxy Ranger slots, were already been taken on Facebook, and even almost on the Power Rangers for Life group, but I wanted to be Galaxy Red on that group, but I have to ask some of the administrators on the group page if I want to be Galaxy Red, but unfortunately they said no. So that's why I'm going to rather not be in the group at all and just go by the group I've already been selected with my name on it, which is the Power Chamber group. So I can't be no other Ranger but what I just was chosen, because all the good Rangers slots have already been taken by people that are. I'm not just to express why I had to choose Galaxy Yellow for the sake. It's because I've had a bad experience about being the Yellow Ranger in the past, especially when I was doing a Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film, which, by the way, you people back during the Samurai days didn't want to look forward to, because I was an unknown person at the time and I had nobody who can look out for me and my stuff that I was creating on YouTube and things like that. So that's why I had no choice but to be the Yellow Ranger in that film. Even though the fan film didn't exist, but come 2017, it will be a reality when I actually make it and when I do updates about it on the Facebook fan page for it, and even here again on YouTube for the first time in 2-3 years since I brought up Rise of Trakina the multiple times I've done it. So that's why I have to revert and redo things that wasn't done right the first few times until I shut this project down and got rid of this character. So I have nothing else to say, but this is just something I have to get off my chest, and I have to say it. Even though I sound like, again, when I make same points, even if some people don't get it, I have to repeat it, even if people didn't hear me the first time, because they either act like they don't think my content is that appealing. So this concludes this podcast about AJ Weems and why did I feel like yellow is not my color, but I had no choice but to. Since nobody was going to be the Yellow Galaxy Ranger in the group at the time, I had no choice but to put myself in the group. But even though I was, this is Anthony Marsh Jr. on PRLostGalaxy2014. Signing off, and I'll see you guys right around here and on Facebook next time with the same old. Thanks for watching and listening, and I'll see you guys right back here next time. Inter Adventures Conference Hall is now closed.